Welcome back, dear children. Now we will continue with our numericals. We have already completed till question number 13, isn't it? Now we will move to question number 14. The diagram shows a uniform meter rule. Okay. So this is a uniform meter rule. So I'll mark it as 0, 100. We have a uniform meter rule. Weighing 100 gram force. Okay, weighing 100 gram force means the weight of this rule is 100 gram force. Where will we keep the weight? Where will we mark the weight of the rule? At the exact center, isn't it? So here we have the center. So here we have the weight 100 gram force. Okay, that is at 50 centimeter mark we will be having the weight of the rule. So figure shows a uniform meter rule weighing 100 gram force pivoted at its center O. So it's a uniform meter rule and it is given that it is pivoted at its center O. That means at 50 centimeter mark it is pivoted and the weight of the rule also will be written at the exact center. Then two weights 150 gram force and 250 gram force hang from the points A and B. So you can see two weights A and B hanging from the two sides. Okay. Then OA is 40 centimeter and OB is 20 centimeter. These are the things given in the question and we will check what all things we have to calculate. Calculate the total anti-clockwise moment about O. So what is the total anti-clockwise moment? So already I told you here we will be having the anti-clockwise moment and this will be the clockwise moment. So anti-clockwise moment means the force acting here into distance. What is the force acting here? It is 150 gram force into this distance, isn't it? So here the distance given is from the center to this point is 40 centimeter. We don't want to find that distance. We don't want to separate because directly they have given the distance between the point of application of force and the pivot. So it is 150 into 40. 15 into 40 is 60. Since two more zeros are there, it is 6000. 150 is given in gram force. 40 is given in centimeter. So the answer is 6000 gram force centimeter. Okay. This is the anti-clockwise moment. Now the second question is to calculate the clockwise moment. So clockwise moment means we have to consider the force and the distance on the right hand side. So how much is the force acting there on the weight? It is 250. Here also they have given the distance directly. We don't want to subtract and find. It is given that the distance between the point of suspension of the weight and the pivot is 20 centimeter. 250 into 20, 25 into 2 is 50, 2 more zeros. So it is 5000 gram force centimeter. Okay. Now, third question is the difference of the anti-clockwise and clockwise moment. So one is anti-clockwise, other is clockwise. So what is the difference? 6000 minus 5000, which is equal to 1000 gram force centimeter. And in the test paper, it was found that many didn't write the units. So please keep in mind this. When you are doing the numericals, you should write the unit. Okay, else you won't get marks. Now, question number 4 is the distance from O, where 100 gram force weight should be placed to balance the meter rule. Now is the rule balanced? No, because anti-clockwise moment is 6000 and this on the right hand side it is 5000. So it is tilted downwards in this side, isn't it? Because here the moment is 6000 gram force centimeter. Here it is 5000. Now we have to balance the rule. So a weight of 100 gram force is there, where should you keep this 100 gram force in order to balance this? So actually, according to principle of moments, W1 L1 is equal to W2 L2. Here we have to add one more term, isn't it? W1 L1 is equal to W2 L2 plus, here only here it is 6000 gram per centimeter, here it is 5000 gram per centimeter. So in order to balance this, we have to add one more weight here. The weight is given as 100, we don't know where it should be hang. So that is what we have to calculate. W1 L1 is 6000, W2 L2 already we have calculated it as 5000. Now we have a weight of 100 gram force and we should find where it has to be hanged. Now 6000 is equal to 5000 plus. So 5000 can be taken this side. 6000 minus 5000 is 1000. 1000 is equal to 100 L3, or L3 is equal to 1000 by 100, which is equal to 10 centimeter. That means this 100 gram force weight has to be hanged at a distance of 10 centimeter from the pivot on the right side. Okay. So after getting this value, don't stop. You should write. What should you write? 100 gram force should be hanged at a distance of 10 centimeter on the right of the pivot. Okay. At a distance of 10 centimeter on the right of the pivot. Clear? Now question number 15. A uniform meter rule of weight 10 gram force is pivoted at its zero mark. Okay. So we have a uniform meter rule. Okay. It is pivoted at its zero mark. So uniform meter rule, here we have 0, here we have 100. So this is pivoted at the 0 marking. Then its weight is given as 10 gram force. So let here be 50 centimeter. So the weight, that is 10 gram force, weight of the rule is at the 50 centimeter mark. Okay. Since it is uniform meter rule 0 and 100, then it is given that it is pivoted at the 0 marking. So I have drawn the pivot. The mass of the rule is given as 10 gram force. So I have kept it at the 50 centimeter marking. Now, what moment of force depresses the rule? ഒരു റോഡ് എടുത്തിട്ട് അതിന്റെ എൻഡിൽ ആണ് പിവോട്ട് ചെയ്ത് വെക്കുവാണെങ്കിൽ naturally this side will go down, isn't it? If it is at the exact center, it remains horizontal. Now it is kept on one end. So what happens? Here the rule gets depressed. Ee bhagam thalekku varum. So what is our question? What moment of force depresses the rule? So what moment of force depresses the rule? Moment of force is equal to force into distance. How much is the force? 10 gram force, isn't it? Into what is the distance? 50. 50 minus 0. Always consider the distance between point of application of force and the pivot. So 50 minus 0 is 50. So here it is 500 gram per centimeter. Okay. So this is the moment produced here. And due to this moment, this side gets depressed. Now the next one. How can it be made horizontal by applying a least force? This side now we have to raise it. Okay. So how can it be made horizontal? How to balance it? By applying the least force. Least force, force, how can you raise this? Okay. So here the position, that is where you have to apply the weight, or where you have to keep the weight is not given. How much weight you have to give, that is also not given. It is given as the least weight required. Okay. So in such cases, you can consider the length, or you can hang the object on the other end. ഈ എൻഡിൽ ഫോഴ്സ് കൊടുക്കുകയാണെങ്കിൽ now it is depressed. When you are applying a force at this end, what happens? It gets raised. Now we have to calculate how much force has to be applied. Least force which has to be applied in order to raise this. Okay. So on this side we have here the force is acting in the downward direction. അതായത് clockwise ആയിരുന്നു. ഇവിടെ we have to exert force in the moment of force should be in the anti-clockwise direction. Then only it can be raised, isn't it? So 500, already we have 500 gram per centimeter. This is equal to, we don't know how much weight is needed. Then here this distance is 100. Okay, did you understand? Here we have the pivot at one end. ഈ പിവോട്ടിലാണ് ഇത് വെച്ചിരിക്കുന്നത്. Due to the weight of the rule gets depressed. Now how much force is required in order to raise it? Minimum force ആണ് apply ചെയ്യേണ്ടത്. Minimum force ആണെന്നുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ distance should be maximum. Okay, in order to apply minimum force, distance should be maximum. That is what we learned in principle of moments. So അതുകൊണ്ടാണ് they didn't mention the point where that force has to be applied. Clear? So since we need minimum force, the force should be applied at a maximum distance from the pivot. That is why I am keeping the force, or we are applying the force at 100 centimeter. So first letter 10 into 50, already we have 500. Then the next one, this distance. Not this distance, sorry, 100 to the pivot. Always the distance will be between the pivot and the point of application of force. We don't know how much is the weight. The distance is between 0 and 100, that is 100. So how much is the weight? Weight is equal to 500 divided by 100, which is equal to 5 gram force. So if you apply a force of 5 gram force at 100 centimeter, it gets raised. Okay. So what should you write here? Apply a force of 5 gram force at the 100 centimeter mark in the upward direction. Okay. If it is exerted in the downward direction, means again it gets depressed. So you have to write a force of 5 gram force should be applied at the 100 centimeter mark in the upward direction. Okay. So please write that. Now we will move to question number 16. A uniform half meter rule. So till this time we have discussed only about a meter rule. In this case it is given as half meter rule. So what is that? 0, 50 and the center will be 25. Okay. So when you read the question you have to check whether it is a half meter rule or a uniform meter rule. So a uniform half meter rule. Since it is half meter rule, I have marked it as 0 and 50. A uniform half meter rule can be balanced at the 29 centimeter mark. So here it is balanced at the 29 centimeter marking. Okay. At 29 centimeter it is balanced. When a mass of 20 gram is hung from its one end. So similar to the first questions. So here we have a weight of 20 gram force, and when it is hanged on one side, what happened? The rule was balanced. Okay. So draw a diagram of the arrangement. Find the mass of the half meter rule. So we have a 20 gram force weight, and where should I hang it? Should I hang it at 0 centimeter mark or 50 centimeter mark? It is just asked. It is said that 20 gram force weight, isn't it? 20 gram is hung. Its gram force is not given. 20 gram. 20 gram mass is hanged at one end. So where should I hang it? Should it be hanged at 0 marking or 50 marking? Where should be hanged? So what should you check here? Always keep in mind that the weights should be hanged on either sides of the pivot in order to balance a ruler. But in the previous question, it was different because in that case, the pivot was on one end. Okay. In all the other cases, what you have to keep in mind, the weight should be hanged on either sides of the pivot. So here we have the pivot at the 29 marking. 29 centimeter we have the pivot. Then where should be the mass of the roll will be at the 25 centimeter, isn't it? Mass of the roll will be at the 25 centimeter marking. Why? Because it is a half meter roll and the weight of the roll will be at the exact center. So here we will be having the mass of the roll. Now you can say where this 20 gram force has to be hanged. Yeah, it should be hanged on at the 50 centimeter marking. Why? Because we need the weights to be hanged on either sides of the pivot. Pivot in the left side ilana mass varunathu, mass of the roll. So naturally the other weight should be hanged on the other end. Now it's easy, no? W1 is M, L1 this distance 29 minus 25 is 4. This is equal to the second weight is 20. 50 minus 29 is 21. So M will be equal to 20 into 21 by 4. These two things gets cancelled. 5 into 21 is equal to 105 gram. Here the mass is 20 gram is given. Okay. Gram force anengil gravitational unit, gram anengil mass. So here since it is given as gram, 105 also will be written as gram. Okay. So is it clear? The mass of the roll will be 105 gram. Now in which direction would the balancing point shift if 20 gram mass is shifted inside from its one end? Now we are keeping the 20 gram force at the 50 centimeter marking. ഈ 20 ഗ്രാമിനെ നമ്മൾ അകത്തേക്ക് നീക്കുവാണെങ്കിൽ in which direction should this pivot move in order to balance the roll? ഇത് ഇങ്ങോട്ട് നീക്കുവാണെങ്കിൽ pivot also should move in the same direction. Then only the roll gets balanced. അല്ലേ? കാരണം ഈ ഒരു ഡിസ്റ്റൻസ് ഈക്വൽ ആക്കി വെക്കണം. If you are moving 20 gram weight towards the pivot or in the inward direction, the pivot should move towards the 25 centimeter mark. So that will be the answer for the third sub question. Okay. So what should you write there? The balancing point should move towards the 25 centimeter mark. Balancing point should or the pivot should move towards the 25 centimeter mark. Clear? Question number 17 we will do direct. We'll do it in the live class. Now we will move to question number 18. Okay, last question. In the figure, a uniform bar of length L meter. So the length of this bar is given as L meter. Is supported at its ends and loaded by a weight W kilogram force at its middle. So at the ends it is balanced by two forces R1 and R2 in the upward direction. Here we have the weight W acting in the downward direction. Now this is balanced. Okay. Then in equilibrium find the reactions reactions R1 and R2 at the ends. We are asked to calculate R1 and R2 here. So here you are having a uniform bar, isn't it? It's a uniform bar. The length of the bar is L meter. Then weight is acting at the center in the downward direction. Two reactions are acting R1 and R2 in the upward direction. We are asked to calculate R1 and R2 here. So how will we calculate this? R1 and R2 are acting in the upward direction and W in the downward direction. So you can say that R1 plus R2 is equal to W. Am I correct? Since this rod is balanced at equilibrium, the total forces acting will be same, isn't it? Upward and downward same ആയിരിക്കും. Upwardly we have R1 and R2. So R1 plus R2 is equal to W. So At equilibrium, the total forces acting on a body will be equal to 0. അതായത് upward directionലുള്ള ഫോഴ്സിന്റെ സമ്മം downward directionലുള്ള ഫോഴ്സിന്റെ സമ്മം ഈക്വൽ ആയിരിക്കും. Now one more thing, that is at equilibrium the moment of forces acting on the body also will be equal to 0. So what is the moment of force acting due to R1? R1 into moment of force due to R1 about W. Moment of force is equal to force into distance. Force is R1 into this distance. Total distance is L. So this distance will be L by 2. This will be equal to R2 into L by 2. Okay. So from where did I get these two equations? At equilibrium, the total forces acting on a body will be equal to 0. So our total forces acting on a body should be equal to 0 means R1 plus R2 minus W is equal to 0. R1 and R2 are in the upward direction, so I have taken it as positive. W is in the downward direction, so it should be negative. R1 plus R2 minus W equal to 0 can be written as R1 plus R2 is equal to W. Same thing here also. Anti-clockwise moment will be equal to clockwise moment. So here this is clockwise, this is anti-clockwise. R1 into L by 2 is equal to R2 into L by 2. Now, here in the LHS and RHS you are having L by 2. So if these two gets cancelled, you can write R1 is equal to R2. These two L by 2 gets cancelled. Now, R1 is equal to R2. Just substitute this in this equation. R1 plus R2 is equal to W. Instead of R1, I will write R1 itself. Instead of R2, I can write R1. Why? Because R1 is equal to R2. So R1 plus R1 is equal to W, or 2R1 is equal to W. This implies R1 is equal to W by 2. Same thing, R1 is equal to R2. So in this equation, I can give R2 instead of R1. For R2, I will keep R2 itself. R2 plus R2 is equal to W. This implies R2 is equal to W by 2. Okay, so it is just an equation. And here, since these are forces, you have to write the unit also. Okay. It's W by 2 kilogram force that you have to keep. Okay, W by 2 kilogram force. So at equilibrium, total forces will be 0. Then total moment of forces will be 0. അല്ലെങ്കിൽ anti-clockwise moment will be equal to clockwise moment. Then just substitute. Okay, R1 is equal to R2 from this L by 2. Since it comes in same value comes, and since multiplication is the operation in between, you can cancel that. Don't do it if it is addition or subtraction. So from here you will be getting R1 is equal to R2. Then substitute it in this equation, you will get the answer. Okay. So with this we completed the numericals. Okay. So thank you.